Everyone, I'm back again with the next video of the chapter Principle and Inheritance. And in the last videos, we had discussed about the monohybrid cross. I had also given a video on dihybrid cross, and I showed you how can you create Punnett squares using different genetic traits. I also gave you a video on difference between alleles and genes. So now today we are going to talk about the next topic, that is test cross and back cross in this video. And on NCRT, we are going to follow the lines, and we will be also keeping some stress on the PowerPoint presentation so that the explanation is clear to you all. So as you see here on this paragraph, from the preceding paragraphs, it is clear that though the genotypic ratios, now these are the genotypic ratio of F2 generation, and for phenotypic ratio, it is very easy to find out phenotypic ratio, which is 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. But for F2 generation genotypic ratio, it's a big number, which they have shown here. So, but the next thing that we are worried about here is from the paragraphs that we have just studied, genotypic ratio can be calculated mathematically. We can calculate genotypic ratio. How? Just by writing the genotypes, various types of genes, and just counting their numbers, we can count out the various genotypic ratio. But the question here arises is, just by looking at the phenotype of the dominant trait, we cannot find out the genotypic composition. Now, these lines are quite important, children. What are they trying to say is, now suppose my F1 generation, in my F1 generation, the phenotypic ratio was 3 is to 1, right? In F1 generation, the phenotypic ratio was 3 is to 1. That means 3 were tall and 1 was dwarf. But now, looking at that phenotypic ratio or the phenotype, can you tell what is the genotype of those three plants? I hope you have understood my question. I'm asking here, just by looking at the phenotype that three of them are tall, can you tell me particularly that whether all three are homozygous tall, or they are heterozygous tall, or one is homozygous and other are heterozygous? Can you tell me that just by looking at the phenotypic ratio? No, we cannot. So the answer to this is we cannot. So it is not possible to know the genotypic composition. Okay, that is, for example, now they have just taken the same example which I have just discussed with you all. The example is again capital T and capital T small t. This is the composition, and this cannot be predicted that which tall the plant we are getting. Are we getting homozygous tall plant, or are we getting heterozygous tall plant? Just by looking at the phenotypic ratio, we cannot tell this. So the answer to this question is, see, this is very important. The answer to this question is, therefore, to determine the genotype, to know the genotype, to find out the genotype of a tall plant at F2 generation, Mendel crossed the tall plant from F2 with a dwarf plant. Mind it, what did Mendel do? You can see here, what did Mendel do? Mendel crossed a tall plant from F2 generation with a dwarf plant, and this type of cross is known as test cross. So what he did was he crossed hybrid tall, because F2 generation, what we were getting in F2 generation, the tall plants were hybrid. So what he did was he took a tall plant, okay, and he crossed that tall plant with dwarf parent or recessive parent. Okay, that means he took a parent from the F2 generation and the other parent was taken from the top above, from the beginning, right? So this type of cross is known as test cross. Now in a typical test cross, an organism showing a dominant phenotype, okay, the organism showing a dominant phenotype and whose genotype is to be determined, because we don't know what is the genotype. I don't know whether this is tall. I know this, I know that the dominant one is tall, but I do not know what is the genotype of that, whether it is homozygous tall or it is heterozygous tall. Just to find out that, I am doing this cross. So I am doing this cross just to find out the genotype. I am not going to find out the phenotype because I know the phenotype already. I have chosen a tall dominant plant, but I'm trying to find out its genotype. So it is crossed with a recessive parent instead of self crossing, because generally in F2 what we do, in F2 we self cross, but instead of doing a self cross, what Mendel did is he took a dominant trait plant whose genotype is not known and he crossed that plant with the recessive parent. Okay, so the progenies of such cross can easily be analyzed to predict the genotype of the test organism. Now you see here, what he is doing is test crossing of an organism with dominant phenotype to a recessive individual. So I have done this cross, I am doing this cross, I know that the parent is, one parent is dominant, so I have taken that parent from F2 generation and then I am crossing it with the recessive parent. Okay, so this is, see, this is a test cross is used to find out the unknown genotype, because I want to find out the genotype of a character. So if I want to find out the genotype of a character, what will I do? I will take both the possibilities. Okay, I will take both the, because I don't know na, I don't know whether the genotype is homozygous dominant or heterozygous dominant. So I will do the cross, I will take both the probabilities. You see, homozygous, this is the recessive, because one parent is the fixed, one parent is known, one parent is fixed. Which parent is known? The recessive parent is known. Okay, but I don't know the genotype of the other parent which is dominant. So I have taken both the possibilities. See, first possibility is this one, okay, and the second possibility is this. Okay, here both are capital W's, and here one is capital and one is small. Okay, see, unknown flower is homozygous dominant here. This is homozygous dominant because both are capital. And here half of the flowers are violet. Unknown flower is taken as heterozygous. This is heterozygous because one is capital and the other one is small. So if I do this probability, if I do this calculations, what is the result I am getting? See here, if I take homozygous dominant, if the plant is homozygous dominant, my all flowers are dominant. See the result. So if my result is all the dominant characters are coming, what will be my answer? My answer will be that the dominant parent is homozygous. But if my result is this, two dominant and two recessive, then what will be the answer? The answer is that the dominant parent is heterozygous. So we could, from this cross, we could find out the genotype of the dominant parent. Understood? So this is test cross. This is known as test cross. So in a typical test cross, this was done. The progenies of such cross can be easily analyzed. Even in your NCERT, they have the same example. See, the same example has been discussed here. So I hope I am clear with the test cross. One more thing here in addition is back cross. Cross between a hybrid and its any parent. Now here there is a difference. Test cross means when there is a cross with a dominant phenotype and a recessive individual. This is particular. One parent is dominant, the other one is recessive. But in a back cross is between a hybrid and it's any parent, whether the parent is dominant or whether the parent is recessive. So that is a back cross. Okay, see. So this was what is about test cross and back cross. I hope this is very much clear to all of you. Okay, thank you.